Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Stormfrax, and welcome back to some more Faeria. Today I've got a deck tech for you. This is Apex Predator. Now, it is all based around the card Apex Predator. It is a 6-drop 3/3. It needs 3 forests and 3 lakes, and has a gift of gain attack and life equal to any creatures. So when you play this card, let's say the enemy or you have let's say a 6/6 on the field. You play the Apex Predator, you target the 6/6, your Apex becomes a 9/9 because you gain 6 life and 6 attack. And this deck was originally more of a combo-based deck. It would run not only Windfall right here, which is a 9-drop gain 12, so it's literally just a net gain of 3 Faeria, and it would run Storm Spawn, which is a really nice, I guess, mana bank, because you play the 10-drop for 5, and then when it dies, you gain back all 10 mana. So it can kind of work as kind of like a bank, sort of. And it would kind of combo off with this card here, Aurora's Creation, which adds a copy of a creature to your hand. It costs 5 less. Use this on an Apex Predator, and it becomes a 1-drop. And it just gets really stupid because you have your 9/9 Apex Predator, you play another one for 1, and you target your original Apex Predator, making the next second one a 11/11. 12/12, I'm sorry, math. Making it a 12/12. And then if you have another Aurora's Creation in your hand, you just do it again because they have a crap ton of mana from Windfall and Storm Spawn. You make another one, you target the 12/12, becomes a 15/15. It just gets completely ridiculous, and all of a sudden you have 3 giant creatures, all with jump on the field, that can just go demolishing the enemy's board or just kill an enemy in like 1 turn. And it was a very combo-heavy deck when I first built it and was first testing it. And what I found was there's a lot of really hard rush decks in the meta at the moment. There's a lot of rush. Just about everyone's playing rush, or they're playing red yellow burn. I have seen a few 3 wishes decks, which is more of a control deck. But the vast majority of what I ran into was Rush, and this deck had an extremely hard time against Rush. I pretty much never won against Rush. So I was eventually able to actually find a deck list that had a much better early game against Rush. And this is it right here. It runs 3 Feed the Force, which destroys a friendly creature to gain Faeria equal to its life, and you draw a card. So it's another way of getting extra Faeria in case you have a creature with high health, such as Living Willow here, a 3-drop 1/7 with Taunt, and you just get an extra Faeria to, get up a combo of Aurora's Creation and Apex Predator. And then it runs 3 Earthcraft, which is one of the most powerful cards in the game at the moment. It is a 2-drop. It needs 1 forest. It is draw a card and choose 1. Create a forest, lake, mountain, or desert. It is an absolutely stupidly powerful card. It runs 3 Flower Silk Fairies, which is a really, really fun card. I actually prefer this one to the blue one that originally my original deck list ran, which, let's see if I can find it here. Yeah, the Gem Silk Fairy. It's essentially, it does the same thing as far as how it is gets set off regardless. The first time you draw an event, meaning like a spell card, the Gem Silk Fairy gains +2/+2 and charge 2. But the Flower Silk Fairy gains +1/+4 taunt and charge 2. Now I actually prefer the Flower Silk Fairy because it has a larger ass than the Gem Silk Fairy. I mean, yeah, they both start out as 1/1s, but eventually this one has a larger ass and has taunt, so it has much more board control, and you can definitely help with things on the board better. It'll last longer, and it just kind of, for me, the way my hair keeps being in my eyes. For me, it just helps a lot more in the better board. I would rather have the 2/5 rather than 2/5 with taunt and flying and charge 2 than a 3/3 with charge 2, because the end goal is to get a bunch of really giant Apex Predators, and that's really kind of your win con. So I'd rather have the Flower Silk to kind of help control the board better. It now runs 3 Elderwood Embrace. It's a 3-drop. Give a creature +2/+4. Pretty simple. If you use it on a Flower Silk, it just gets huge. It runs 3 Living Willows, a 3-drop 1/7. Another really good card, a really good simple taunt creature, has a really fat ass. It runs 3 Sturdy Shells. This is kind of like the Faeria Gatherer, really. It is a 2-drop 0/5 with Aquatic, meaning it can actually go onto tiles that don't have a tile on them. It can go into like the sea, quote unquote. You do have to, of course, summon it on top of a lake, but it can then move into a sea. But what that means is that it cannot actually move onto non-lake or sea tiles. So it can't move onto prairies, prairies, deserts, or mountains, rather. So it can get blocked in. That's kind of a bit of a disadvantage. But early game, you can kind of get it out to the wells, and you don't have to worry about putting tiles over there, and you can still gather Faeria. So it's a really, really good card earlier on. And it actually even gets even better, but I'll get into that a little bit later. With this next card here, actually, Gabrian Enchantment, a 2-drop with it needs 2 lakes. A creature's attack becomes equal to its life. Draw a card. So use this on a Sturdy Shell. The Sturdy Shell is all of a sudden a 5/5. Use it on a Living Willow, it's a 7/7. Use it on pretty much that's the main 2, but you can kind of do other stuff too if you get creative. Like you could use it on a Flower Silk Fairy, and it becomes a 5/5 flying taunt and charge too. That's really powerful. So this card is kind of nuts. I'm not really sure why it's considered an uncommon, considered how powerful it can be, but anyways. It runs 2 water elementals. It is a 4-draw 3/3 with jump, and its gift is create a lake. So it just kind of helps with not only with aggro, because it's just an easy thing to drop down and kind of just run around and kind of take care of some things, and it also creates a lake, which can help with kind of blocking off aggro and making sure they don't get too close to you. It runs, the next card rather, is a Aurora Mythmaker, a 4-drop 1/1, and when it enters the battlefield, or its gift rather, change a friendly creature's base attack and life to 6/6. Use this on a water elemental. Use it on a, I don't know, Living Willow if you really need to. Use it on a freaking Flower Silk Fairy. You play the Flower Silk Fairy. Next turn, play Aurora Mythmaker, make it a 6/6, and then if you happen to draw an event, it gains +1/+4 on top of that. So it just becomes a 7/10. It becomes a 7/10 taunt charge too. Like, that's ridiculous. She's such a good card. She's such a damn good card. So it runs 1 of her, and good lord, she's powerful. And then it runs 3 Aurora's Creation and 3 Apex Predators, of course, because this literally means I have 6 Apex Predators. So that is the deck list, guys. That is just how it goes, and it is a really powerful deck. It's a really fun deck, honestly. So let's go ahead and get into the games, guys, and I'll show you how it plays. Alrighty, guys, here we are. So we are going to get rid of that and keep that. Okay. I like this hand. I like this hand. This works. See what he plays. Hopefully he's not playing Rush. That would kind of suck. Come on, buddy. What are you doing? Anything? Alright, cool. So we've got the Explorer. So we're probably, what we're going to do is drop... Probably going to drop a lake here. Okay. Alright, yeah, we're going to drop a lake here. And then drop the Sturdy Shell. And then next turn... I'll probably put the Explorer over here. Because we're not really too worried about advancing quickly up to the enemy. What we're really worried about is just kind of keeping our front kind of secure and not really letting them get any land past about here, honestly. If they get land here or here, or anywhere on here, mainly like here and here, it really kind of blows. So go ahead and drop that, drop the Sturdy, and drop the Explorer over there. So next turn I can move the Sturdy Shell from here to here, and I don't actually need to put a land here, so that's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. I don't know why he didn't stick the Farm Boy here last turn, but oh well, whatever. That's okay. Alright, is he playing just colorless or neutral Rush? Or some sort of neutral deck? Looks like it. Never really seen a neutral deck, honestly, in ladder, or in ranked rather. So this should be interesting. Not really sure what to expect, honestly, outside of like a few giant cards like the Colossus, I believe it's called. I forget the name. The Steam Colossus, or something like that. Come on, what else gonna do? You have like 3 mana, dude. Come on. Can't be that hard. How many options could you possibly have? You play the land, you play the slinger. Is he one of those guys just gonna let the timer run out? I mean, come on, man, turn it in the turn. Well, this might take a bit. Oh, jeez. Come on, man, in the turn. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and... Alright. Alright, move that there. Let's go ahead and stick a forest here. And that's all. We don't need to do anything else. Because next turn I can stick a forest here and stick a flower silk fairy here. If he's playing neutral, then the only card I actually have to worry about for the flower silk fairy would be Falcon Dive. But that's it, really. Okay. Stick one here. And actually, you know what? In anticipation of that, should I? Yeah, I should. I can stick it here actually and embrace it. All right, let's do that. Because next turn, if I actually draw an event, it'll get big. So that'll be nice. It'll be 4/9, which would be awesome with taunt. Okay, so there's a green. And, okay, got a wood elemental. Alright, hopefully... Right. Oh, awesome, I did draw one. Cool. Let's go ahead and... Yeah, let's see here. I don't want him in either of these. This is... We really don't want to get any of this. But... So you know what? Let's go and do that, and then Earthcraft in a lake here. And drop a Sturdy Shell. That should be fine. And then I can move... Yeah. Him up just to protect Sturdy Shell and lock in the Tiki Caretaker. So that should be good for now. So I'm not really sure what he's playing. I mean, he's ranked 24, so he might just be playing some deck he built, so he put together. So anyways, because I haven't seen any decks run Farm Boy, to be honest. Okay. This is some sort of rush-ish deck, maybe? We have 2 Apex Predators in our hands, and we have 2 forests and 2 lakes. So, I just need to hold on for a bit. And if he takes out both of these, that'll be fine. What do I draw into? Aurora's Creation. So... Alright. It's going to be 2 turns before he can get to me. And I can make an Apex next turn. So even if he kills the Sturdy Shell, that's fine. He's going to have to attack into this. Actually, you know what? Or yeah, because the 1/1 won't kill it. But I'd rather him not buff it, so I'm actually going to go ahead and do this. So that's fine. And then I'm going to create a lake here. Okay. And I'll be saving up the mana, so I'll actually be able to Apex and Auroras and then Apex next turn, so that'll be really great. And I can do it off with a 5/4 here, so that'll be great too. And I'm not really worried about any kind of removal spells, because all he's played is forests right now, and he has 1 mountain, and all the mountains do, or all red does really, is just do straight up damage spells, and my Apex are going to be kind of huge, so I'm really not worried about anything he has to play at the moment. Okay. Or should I play the forest? Probably should have played that one right here. That's okay. You know what? Okay, let's play the forest here. Let's play it here. And then, let's see, our 15, so 6, 5, and 11. I can still do the Earthcraft. 6, 5, and 11, 12, 13. Yeah, I can still do Earthcraft. Let's just create a lake. I guess right here. That's right, I can do one here actually. Now, put this apex here, copying this one. Aurora's creation. Apex, this one here. Make it 11, 10. Just really, really threaten him. And that should be good there. That should be because I'm blocking this tile from the axe grinder here. And even if the Grimguard moves up and I'm forced to attack into him, he'll still take care of both the axe grinder and the Grimguard. So that's totally fine. He's still going to take 11. And so he's still on a 2-turn clock from my apex right here. And I have another one in my hand, so play this apex, copying this, or not copying, but choosing this apex, and it just gets huge. So not really too worried at the moment. Let's see, what do you guys drop down? Okay, 11, 8, 12. That's still fine. That's still fine. Because... yeah, that's totally fine. Attacking, because I attack in for 11. Next turn, he can kill it for 8, 10, or 8, 9, 10. But all I have to do, and this tile will still be clear. Attacks in, so all I have to do is just make another apex. So I have 5 plus 1 apex here, copying this one. Make it a 14, 13. Attack in for 11. And then this tile will still be clear unless he plays something here. But that's just kind of the risk I gotta take. So go ahead and take care of that. Still blocking out the Hilltop Archer. Still take 2. That's right. We're down to 6. That's still fine. This one will die from the Axe Grinder. And, well, that's just kind of the way the cookie crumbles at the moment. So, hopefully this will be it. So, I guess we'll see. Down to 6. He could... I mean, hopefully not. Okay, that's still fine. He's played his 1 creature. He's at 3. I doubt he'll have something to play here because of that. Otherwise, he loses. And he played it here. So he screwed himself over. Because if he played it here, he might have actually won. Because he'd have blocked him off. Yeah, alright. So that's game. Well, let's see here. If he had played it here, let's just see how this would have played out if he had been the smart move and played it here. So I would have played the Living Willow. I could have made this here, played the Living Willow, and still blocked off for another turn. Yeah, I would have killed here, play Living Willow here, blocked it for another turn. I would have taken 2. Yeah, it's. I think I still would have won because I just drew the Living Willow here, and I would have been able to, deal with things. But anyways, that is Apex Predator, guys. I hope you enjoyed. I hope I did alright for you and made the right plays. If you guys notice anything I kind of messed up on or should have done better, please let me know in the comments below. Let me know where I need to improve because I really want to. So anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed. This has been Apex Predators, a deck tech. And leave a like down below. I said that. I keep repeating myself. But anyways, guys, have a good day.